Hey guys, ProGamer14 here, and today I am doing a Minecraft video. I know some of you have been asking for one of these, and honestly, I just couldn't find the right recording software to do it. But now I have, hopefully. If this video doesn't come out, which you guys won't see the video because it won't have come out, but if this video did come out, which hopefully it does, then hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But today I am going to do what Mumbo Jumbo couldn't do, and that is make a 3-block wide 3x3 piston door. Just watch it. Pretty dang fast, if I do say so myself. Created this. I didn't look on YouTube at all for any of this information that I know. I did this all from my own knowings of redstone that I have learned. I also made this giant clock. I'll go through a few things other things I have in here in this world. Heck, I'll make a big thing. I'll make a big video if this video will be successful. Then I'll upload a video again today with my other two redstone worlds, which are actually pretty cool. But I will show you guys how to build this really quick. I'm not actually going to build it myself, but I will show you the things, and I'll go kind of slowly. So let's start with the system that makes it so that one or the other, so that the closing and opening mechanism works. So basically, this is a really thin version of it. I had a thicker version, but this is a thinner version. Basically, you want one tick here and one tick. So you want one tick on this repeater right here. You want 2 ticks on this repeater right here. And you want them to run into a block each. You want to have them run into a block each that run into these droppers, so that basically you can rotate it through to make sure it has, to make it so it has, here, let me just show you. So it'll do this, basically. It'll turn that off, or it'll turn it on. And the way it does the reverting of it, basically just a torch, a redstone torch like that. And then the way to make sure that when it closes up, you gotta, and to make sure that all the other blocks will close up when the mechanism for the closing happens, you gotta have it, the line leading through this, and then have it come up to this little to this little redstone thing. I can't remember what it's called, but it uses the invisible block kind of thing to make it go up. But you want each of these repeaters, these 3 repeaters right here, to be on 4 ticks each going into it, so that it'll happen sequentially. Have this one just on 1 tick, which is just when you place it down, and then you want to have it lead into these like this. This is the easiest way I've learned how to do this, and it keeps it within the 3-block range I gave myself. I didn't try to squeeze it in to like a certain block where I like cut off this much, and I cut off like this much over here, but I did basically, but the parts where it actually like does this thing over here, and the part with this part here where I didn't put those within it, because those are different mechanisms. But to make sure that you get a long enough tick for the closing side. Crap.
Actually, no, Matt, you talk in the car.
Sorry, guys, I'll have to wait because my idiotic family is here now. Great.
I'm taking executive.
Sorry, guys, about that. Probably heard from that last clip I did about my family. yeah, they kind of ruined my session. This is like my first session in a while. But yeah, let's get on to it again. So this is the system that basically gives it the certain amount of ticks to make the whole thing go through. So you want to add 4 ticks to this one, 4 ticks to this one, and just have this one placed down. And then you want to just place this one down. And then you want to put this one to 4 ticks. You want to put these 2 down like that, which will then lead into this redstone line, which will lead to right here. This one 4 ticks, 4 ticks, and 4 ticks leads up. Whoa, sorry. And then it'll lead up into this kind of redstone thing here that'll basically get it up to this level, and then that'll activate this. That's to help you do the closing mechanism. And then the other part of the redstone line leads up to this, activates this part right here, turning this on, pushing this piston right here up, pushing this piston up by activating this piston to push the block up, pulls it down, pushes, and then this redstone line over here, this one right here that leads into this piston, is activated right after the first push of this piston right here, and then it'll push the block that was right there, right where the first block was, and then push that block up at once this redstone deactivates. And that basically gives you the basic components of the closing mechanism. Now the opening mechanism, now that's the pain in my backside. So this one you want a shorter pulse. You want to have 4 ticks on this and then 2 ticks on this. You want to basically, oh, totally forgot to tell you, on both sides you want to add the piston here and a piston here. And then you want to put a block on top of it for the pulse. And then it'll go through and then activate this 4 tick, this repeater with 4 ticks on it, then it leads into this. And basically what will happen is that this will, so it'll activate this redstone, deactivating this redstone torch, which you want to have, you could just simplify this and you could take out 3 of these and put 4 ticks on this one, or 4 ticks on this one, and then just leave that one alone. But you don't have to do that. You can just have it like this, because I kind of just did that. And then you want to have it lead through that block that we have the other repeater on, so that and you want the repeaters to be powered so that it won't have this activated, because that's part of this kind of activates the double piston extender right here. So what this will do is that it actually will, when it's powered, it will first, so this will unpower, or this redstone torch right here on this block will power up, which then will first, it'll keep this repeater turned on, but first this repeater turns on, this repeater right here turns on, pushing this block up, this piston up here, then this repeater will push this piston up, but then it'll let it go, and then the reason for this is, let me show you the rest of the double piston extender thing to do this, because basically what happens here is first, pretty much, wait, trying to figure this out real quick. Oh yeah, so this piston right here is actually activated first before everything else almost. And that makes it so that that'll pull the block down, and then right after that, this piston right here, which is connected into this redstone line, will actually pull the block, because this piston went up, grabbed the block, brought it down, and then this piston will activate, pushing out, and then grab the block and push it back in, pull it back in, therefore the retraction of that. But then you got to do the double piston extender. So this part over here is out of the way, and then this is the part of the double piston extender right here that is able to basically do a ton of the magic. So first what will happen is that this one will get, so basically this double piston extender is a thing grabbing the block in the center. So you activate this repeater first, which is on 2 ticks, and then it'll activate this one, which then will grab the block. But then this piston retracts this piston, which is already turned off, and there's a block there still. So you need to retract that block. So that's what this little set up right here does. What happens is that it's a little bit of a longer pulse than the other one over there. Therefore, once this piston right here has come down and that block is right there, this part will activate, or it will be already activating, and it'll push up and grab the block once it turns off, and then you got the opening. And hopefully you'll listen to all that, because then if you did, it should help you understand how this works. And then really simple for the closing, like I said. Now, let me do this for you guys real quick. I'll just show this to you. I am a beta tester, letting you guys know. But, I'm going to do this for you guys so that you guys can see what's happening really quickly. So this should help shed some light onto the situation. So it'll pull that down, and then it'll do that. And then what'll happen is you'll see this happen. So, and then it does that. Now, if you want a better perspective, let me just turn all this into glass too. Because then you get a really good perspective on it. You ready? And activate that. You'll see what happens there, and then it'll go like that. And then, there you go. And it's really simple. So hopefully you guys liked it. I'll just keep it like that. Let me show you a couple other things I made. So this is basically my design of a moat. It's a really simple design. It looks a little complex. It's not that complex. It just has a pulse extender added to it. That was just my stupid a-hole sister. That really pisses me off. And basically, yeah, this is one of the simplest things ever. You want to have 4 ticks going into this repeater, 4 ticks going into this repeater, but they're not leading into this. What they're doing is they're leading this way, and then they're going up. Same with this one. It's not leading in, it's leading out this way. And then it'll go up to these ones. And let me just show you what it does. So, basically, it's a flush with the floor, piston trapdoor kind of thing. And basically holds enough of a pulse for you to walk across, but then any mobs that fall in, that are chasing you, will fall right in and fall into the lava. And I honestly think it's a really neat design. And then this is another design of this over here, except it's a lot more bulky. Basically, it just shows it's the exact same thing, except the difference here, it's not in a 3 thing. So we'll just click this, and you'll just see this real quick. There you go. I'm not going to describe this one very much. And that one's really slow. But then this is one of my really nice ones that I like a lot. So this one is my own design, and I like it a lot. So it does that pretty much. But then you click the button, and the floor separates, and sticky piston and slimes pop you up. And basically it does the same kind of design of the flush with the floor piston trapdoor kind of thing. And basically you just do this. And yeah. And then you want to lead this redstone into this block here that has this. And then this repeater, technically, with this repeater will power this and this. And this is connected to the button inside. And basically you just want this really simple double piston extender. Here, I'll even build it for you guys. So you wanna have two pistons. You wanna have two repeaters, and then one repeater. The first repeater will have 2 ticks. Second repeater next to it, you need 4 ticks, and then that repeater behind it needs 2 ticks. And then basically you just want to combine it all with some redstone. Add a block in front. Give me a second. Here, I'm just gonna put this like this, and really fast and simple 2 piston extender. I kind of just made that. I didn't look it up at all. I don't know if anyone else has made that, but it's really simple. It's the way that it works, and basically this system right here is how it kind of works. So basically these need to be turned on, and then when let me just show you real quick. If I press this button, you'll basically just see everything go off. So let me do that again. So those will turn off, that'll go up, and then pull itself down. And you need this 4 tick, and then 2 tick on this on these repeaters. On these repeaters you want 4 ticks and then 3 ticks. And then on basically the same on this side. And then just leading into the redstone torch, the block with the redstone torch on it. And there you go, that's that one. That's really simple. And then these other ones are pretty cool. I like this one, but it's not working at the moment. Oh, this one's cool. This one's really cool. It's basically kind of it basically switches the wall out for chests. So you can have your storage be hidden in a way. I think it's cool. It's a pain in the butt though. You need a lot of repeaters, so I'm trying to make it much easier way. This one's cool. It's basically my kind of a version of a mob farm that didn't work really well. You can use it for spawners though. It's really dang good for spawners. You use a spawner and you're good to go. And what happens is that basically it's a 6 piston extender, like a flat one, connected by slime blocks, and the slime blocks will push the mob across into your death chamber of choice. It's just really fun to mess with. And it's very complex, and I know an easier way to do it. But the reason why it's so complex is because I needed to figure out a way to make it work with the daylight sensors. So this is how I was able to make it work with the daylight sensors. So yeah. Let's see, is there another one? Oh, this one I'm really proud of. Now this is a really complex one. I'm just going to show it to you, little step by step. I'm not actually going to like do anything major to show you. But basically this is it for it. and I'll show you what it does in a second. It's really cool. And then basically I'm just trying to help you guys get the main part of this down. And basically if I press this button here, what'll happen is that it'll go flush with the floor. I really like it, and in my redstone 1 world, in my first redstone world, I have the 2x8 version of it. This is the slimmer down version of it that I actually created from just kind of trying to chop down the bigger design, and I'll show you that in another video. And then this one I like, but it's a pain in the butt, and I do not like it. It was meant to be a mob farm. It didn't work. It was meant to use flying machines. That's about it. Basically, this is kind of what it looks like in a way inside. Even though it doesn't need to look like that. You just need to have redstone. And basically, yeah. This is that thing I was telling you about that, like, flush with the wall thing. Or the wall thing with the chests. And then I was trying to make it flush with the wall. Yeah, not having the best of luck with that. But hopefully you guys like this video. And hopefully you like the video with that special little button down at the bottom that has a little thumb on it. And I think it turns blue when you press it. I don't know, you'll have to test it out for me. And then please leave a comment. Make sure it's nice. If it's mean, it doesn't bother me, honestly. But I honestly enjoy reading the nice comments. And the mean comments, I laugh at and say you got nothing. I'm not gonna say it because honestly, it's not worth mentioning. And then please subscribe please subscribe and press that subscribe button. And if you want to, click the bell icon to get notified of my videos. And hopefully I'll catch you and I'm losing my words today. And hopefully you'll see another video in the future, guys. I love you, and catch you later. Bye.